Hello, welcome to the Business Growth Factor, where we have conversations about building better businesses. My name is Josh Lionhorse, and I'm joined here with Lyndon Smith. And today we are talking about focus coaching. And we're actually in person, so I'm going to tilt this way and have a conversation with Lyndon in person.
So, hi everyone. So we're going to be chatting about focus coaching. This is going to be a little stinger, so quick and to the point episode. So, focus coaching. Think about where your team members or someone might not be getting results or achieving a desired outcome in terms of work that needs to be completed. You can take a focus coaching approach with them. So the six steps to focus coaching are awareness, responsibility, knowledge, interference, committed action, and then support or challenge. So I'm going to run through that very quickly. I'm going to rip through that. We don't have too much time here, but we really want to get this one out here. So awareness. So the awareness, very first step is, hey, we've got a problem here, or we're not achieving this result. You're creating awareness around the issue. And you're also creating awareness around what are the implications if we do not achieve this.
And so this might be in the context of somebody and their direct report, right? So it might be project director and project manager on a project or something, right? Yeah. Where it's okay, we're falling behind on something.
Falling behind.
Now we need to coach through the process.
Falling behind, maybe there's scope creep, maybe there's some issue that's happening, and then the implication is that's going to impact our project budget, or we're falling behind, and now all these other teams that are reliant on certain things or milestones for being achieved, that's going to push their deadlines out. It's going to push out other projects. So we need to create awareness that, hey, there's an issue here. We need to resolve it, and if we haven't resolved it, then what are the implications? So create awareness around the issue, and then the next step is create and ask them, is this something that they are willing to take responsibility for? Sometimes they feel like it's not their responsibility, or this is leadership's responsibility or someone else's responsibility, but you want to create that it's their responsibility.
Right.
And then
you can't really coach them through how to do better if they're not even going to be taking responsibility for it.
100%. Step 3, knowledge. Make sure that they've got the knowledge to actually perform or execute the task or the activity, or address the challenge or the problem. So ask them, do you have the, through some questions you can ask them if you can assess whether they actually know how to resolve the issue. Step 4, check for interference. Interference, there's 2 parts to it. So it could be external. It could be what can get in the way for getting the result. Well, we've got a bunch of other projects on the line. I've got all these other deadlines that I'm looking at. So there could be, and then you can coach them through that. It could be some things that are going on at home, and that's something that they're bringing into the workspace. So there could be some interference there. The other interference could be internal. It could be something around, not being a strong enough leader, or not being able to, command the authority that's required to get the result. You can coach them through that as well.
Right. It's good to distinguish between the two. That would be important to understand what it is, and sometimes it might be a combination of.
Could be dealing with a really difficult client, right? And that could be the interference, is they don't know how, the client might be very dominant and assertive, and really coming down hard on them, and they just don't know how to deal with that. It might not be their, might be a personality conflict or clash, and that's something that you can coach them through as well. Step number 5 is committed action. So once we've gone through this entire process, you're getting them to repeat to you what committed action that they're going to be taking, and then they can tell you, this is what I'm going to be doing going forward. Step number 6 is you're going to ask them, how can I support you, or do you need to, and identify if they need to be challenged. So it could be, would you like me to be there, be present? Do you want to tag me in on the email and weigh in if necessary? Do you need to go for some leadership training perhaps, or in context of looking at the project plans and the scheduling and all of that? You need me to, step in and look at that. 90% of the time they're going to say, no, I've got this. But you just want to reaffirm that you're available to
Right.
support them. And
It's a nice way to end that conversation too, right?
Yeah.
Is on a positive, here's how I can help you. How can I do that?
100%. And then the challenge component of that is, are we we've got the committed action. You say you're going to get it done by Friday. I'm going to check in with you on Wednesday just to make sure that we're sort of on the right track and we're, we're moving it forward.
Right.
Does that work for you? Yep. Cool. Let's rock and roll. And that's it. That's the focus coaching approach. Something to consider in this entire process is you want to ask empowering questions. So, what's it going to take to get this done? How can we get this done? Not questions like, never use the word why.
Why aren't you getting this done?
Yeah, like, why aren't you getting this done? We can have another conversation about that another time. We're a bit strapped for time here, so we're going to wrap this one up right there.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet for today, or for this episode. I hope you got some value out of this. We'll produce a little template, like a little cheat sheet that you can leverage. And I hope this helps in some way, shape, or form.
Excellent. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Cheers for now.